So today we're going to talk about thinning down paint. The first thing that I'm going to mention is that if you have paint pots in the shape of something similar to these are not ideal when you want to thin down your paint. Why? Because each time you have to use a paintbrush, a spoon, a scooper to take your paint out from the pots to your palette, making each time you do it giving different ratios of paint. What you can do is go out and get yourself some of these types of dropper bottles. They're cheap and you can get it anywhere. I'll give you a link in the description where you can get these types of dropper bottles. When you want to thin down your paints, there's actually many options you can choose from. But today I'm going to talk about what I use. There's 1, your typical tap water, 2, Windex, and 3, Liquitex Flow Aid. One of the most common ways to thin down your paint is using tap water, normal H2O. You can use your tap water, distilled water. The second thing that I use to thin down my paint is something called Windex. Yes, it's exactly what you're thinking. It's the substance that people use to wash or clean the windows. I got this tip from one of my friends. I'll give you a link to his channel on YouTube to use this. He says that the properties of Windex will actually dry your paint faster once it's on the model. The last thing that I use is called Liquitex Flow Aid. Now, you cannot use this directly to thin down your paint. What you need to do is mix it up with water at a ratio of 20 part water, 1 part Liquitex Flow Aid. If you use it directly, it will damage the pigment in your paint, separating it from whatever's in there, and basically destroy your paint pots. So don't use it directly. On the bottle and on Liquitex website, they always suggest you to thin it down at a ratio of 20:1. The special properties of Flow Aid is that it increases the flow of your paints, making brush strokes less visible or non-existing on your models. No matter which type of thinner you use, no matter it's tap water, Windex, Liquitex mix, you should always remember one golden rule when you thin down your paints. Always use this ratio, 1:1. 1 part thinner, 1 part paint. Anything more than that, it will make your paint too liquid, too thin. It will become a wash. However, foundation paints and some metallic paints would require thinning down even more. But as a base, as a start, you should always use 1:1. I hope you enjoyed this video and hopefully it was helpful to you.